The House of Lords amendment could allow Parliament to set the terms of Brexit if politicians reject any deal agreed by the Prime Minister. Theresa May has said the government will fight against the amendment before it is placed into law. Nigel Farage claimed the Prime Minister should warn the House of Lords with a referendum on its abolishment if they continue to threaten to block Brexit. Speaking on LBC, a furious radio caller ripped into the House of Lords, branding peers self-serving idiots. LBC Brexit News. Nigel Farage was left in stitches as a caller ripped into the House of Lords. Martin, from Glasgow, said, "How anybody can come on this phone and defend a load of middle-class, well-paid, pompous idiots who are telling us about Brexit and trying to stop it, it beggars belief. The quicker we get rid of this lot of trash, the better." LBC host Farage was left in hysterics by the huge swipe from Martin before the caller continued with his point. He said, "They are self-serving idiots, just like the EU. It's about time the Brexiteers stood up against this. I will tell you one thing, if it was the other way, with the Remainers, and to the left of the Remainers, they would be out demonstrating right now. They are self-serving idiots, just like the EU." Radio caller Martin, "I'm sick to death, day in, day out, hearing this utter garbage through the media, anti-Brexit. It is about time people stood up and did something about it." Farage outlined how he thought the Prime Minister should handle the House of Lords after the Brexit defeat. He said, "Theresa May ought to say, you have stepped way beyond your constitutional remit. You are going against the stated view of people in this country, not just in a referendum but clearly how they voted in a general election. Unless you start to act as a constructive revising chamber, by all means, make one or two suggestions about how we do this better. But unless you behave in a contrastive manner, then I will push forward legislation to have a referendum on the abolition of your lordship's house." That might seem to some of you to be a very Trumpian tactic, but I think unless she does this they are going to give her hell. The Prime Minister has said the government will fight against any amendments in the Commons. Mrs May's spokesman said prior to the vote, "The withdrawal bill is about ensuring we leave the EU in a smooth and orderly manner. It is not a mechanism for overturning the referendum. What this amendment would do is weaken the UK's hand in the Brexit negotiations by giving Parliament unprecedented powers to instruct the government to do anything in regard to the negotiations, including trying to keep the UK and the EU indefinitely."